Dawn breaks across the desert. Red blossoms spring up from a freshly dug grave. A busy street thrums with wasted childhoods. Someone doesn't hear the footsteps creeping behind them. A scream rings out, but is drowned out by the noise. This place is dying. And yet, here you are. Welcome to San Arroyo, hunters. We here at Dubious Creatures present to you the vampire with no name, Final Girl. Joe, Trinity, you have been driving like a mad woman into the depths of the Mojave Desert. Joe, you know where the amusement park is. You've been basically staking out that location for weeks now. You can't believe you're going back there again.
And in the visual, it's this cloud of dust trailing behind the truck as we veer into the entrance. Slim, are you ready for this?
Hell. I thought I'd be dead at 25, to be honest.
Well, too bad. You ain't dead yet. Suit up.
He's not in a great way. He didn't take nearly as much damage as Patience did, but he's rough. But he's still... he's pushing over 80 years, and he's still going at it because that's just Slim. He's the most stubborn bastard you've ever met.
I think Joe pauses to think about whether or not she would offer to let him hang back, but she doesn't need a berating from him, and she knows exactly what he might want, should it come to that. It's a damn sight better than rotting away in some retirement home, huh?
Sometimes they're just folks don't get to die in bed. I made my peace with that a long time ago.
Yeah, and you'd come back and haunt all our asses if we let you, so.
Damn straight. Trinity, you look down at this strange concoction. Whatever the mystery of the Datura Rubedo is, however it was tied up in the Tamayet, it granted this essentially snake oil salesman some sort of insight. You always did believe that there was something out there that offered clarity about the general chaos of the universe. You just never really expected that it would come in this form.
I think Trinh, who's probably in the back seat, kind of swallows and looks up at the two in the front. She's going to pull out her tarot deck. It's a bumpy ride, I'd imagine, so spreading them out isn't the greatest thing to do at the moment, but she is kind of flipping through them before she takes a deep breath and says, I'm about to do something potentially very stupid. I don't know how lucid I'm going to be, but I think this will provide us some insight. And she's going to uncap the bottle, take a deep breath, and then just completely down it before starting to look through her cards.
Give me either wits or potentially stamina plus occult.
That is going to be 6 on a crit.
The dice are definitely trying to tell a story. You down it and it tastes like poison. It is bitter and it is acrid and it burns all the way down. And you can feel like your gorge rising. You can feel just that urge to vomit, but you keep it together. When you open your eyes, look down at your cards and they don't seem any different to you, but you can hear what sounds like a heartbeat. Where's that noise coming from? And you look just sort of the direction where you hear the noise, and oh God. The mountain, it's full of veins. Massive, swollen keloids filled with something horrible. You could feel them pulse. This tectonic shifting you could feel in your rib cage. It's too much. It's almost too much.
The land is alive, and it is in agony. Something is very wrong. Joe, speed up, please. We have to go get her.
Joe looks in the rearview mirror and just floors it.
You get to the outskirts and, well, that chain link fence looks like they're not even pretending anymore. The gates have been flung wide open. You can even see a couple of vehicles, including that panel van, just left out here in the desert. Trinity, that's not what you see. Slim, Joe would be able to make out the firelight emanating from within. But Trinity, that's not what you see. You see a fountainhead. Someone has tapped an artery in the earth, and it's spilling out, and it's filling up this space like a tar pit.
They've begun to tap the vessel. It's bleeding everywhere. This is wrong. Something's not right. You need to be careful.
Trinh,
do something.
Trinh. Joe puts her hands on her shoulders. What do we do to stop it? Can you see what we can do to stop it? Meanwhile, she nods over to Slim and indicates that he should slash the tires on any of the vehicles that aren't ours.
Oh, he's already on it.
She starts, she can't avoid the deluge of blood that's behind Joe, and she's trying to look for any sense of it can be filled or if it can be stopped.
Give me I'm going to let you use medicine on this, because I think that's the way you're interpreting this information.
8 successes, but choose a spare or choose overreach. We are overreaching, I think.
I guess we finally reached Danger 5, folks. Seems appropriate. You're trying to force this phantasmagoria in front of you into something that makes sense to you. You're a medical professional, damn it, or at least you're training to be. This artery is bleeding. You don't know why, you just know that that's bad. Do you know that the first thing you do when you have a nick in a major artery is that you try to stitch up said artery? That's the first priority. So whatever is causing this, it needs to stop. You need to stop it.
Get rid of the ritual. Get rid of whoever's doing it. Get rid of what is happening. It needs to go. It needs to be stitched up. It needs to be bandaged.
Well, shit, let's find it. Slim. And Joe looks over and sees Slim just bashing out the windows like she's been taught to do. Make sure you trap them where they can't get any darkness when they need it.
Yeah, I think I got the gist.
Let's make our way in.
Yeah, all right. I'll take point.
Just be careful.
You remember when you came here the first time unintentionally to find Vincent? You remember that odd smear of blood? You couldn't quite figure out how it got there. It looked almost like it had there was no splatter on the outside of the barrel. What one might mistake for just streaks of rust. Except, why would there be this level of oxidation? The desert, it's dry. That's not rust. Slowly dripping down the sides of half-finished rides. The frameworks of what was supposed to be a place of entertainment and joy is this thick, red ichor. In the firelight, it gleams.
Jo takes in her surroundings, putting the pieces together. Glances at Slim and makes sure that Trinh is still with them.
Trinity, I need a willpower check.
Well, you're getting a total of 1 successes out of that.
You take a point of aggravated willpower damage. This is wrong. This is wrong on a level that you can't even communicate. It's disturbing enough for the people who can't see all of this, but you can see all of it. There's something tied up in that knot of arteries, like a tumor that's slowly but surely devouring the rest of the circulatory system around it. And it's where that noise is coming from, that horrible heartbeat, and it's getting stronger.
Excise the cancer. Excise the malicious growth. It needs to go. It needs to go. It needs to go. It's parasitizing off of everything else around here.
Jo's just listening to Trinh, trying to keep calm.
Down. As you approach almost like the epicenter of where the firelight's coming from, Slim has you all take shelter behind the... Might have been some sort of advertisement. You could see Jackalope Jim himself, rather prominently featured, tipping his Stetson to the dusty landscape. As you all shelter behind it, you see there's got to be over a dozen of them. And you see Maria, and you see what they're doing to Maria.
Jo looks at Slim and says, "Is this going to be a firefight? How are we slicing this?"
Slim looks up at the decaying wreck of the Ferris wheel that hangs over this whole display and just says, "Oh, hell, I got a real dumb idea."
Jo follows his eyes up and goes, "Oh, hell, you got a real fucking dumb idea. Let's do it."
You gotta buy me some time.
I'll buy you as much time as you need.
With that, it's gonna make a stealth check. He is also a hunter, so he is also gonna be adding some desperation. Ah, shit, that's par for the course. Okay, so he is unfortunately going to have to choose despair. But you see him slowly sneak off into the darkness, and Jo, it goes against every instinct you have to try and draw attention to yourself in a situation like this, but if he's about to do what you think he's about to do, then you gotta keep these things attention on you, and you gotta stop them from doing whatever the hell they're doing to Maria.
How close is Maria to this fire?
You have to say maybe a good 50 feet away.
Excellent. How many people are close to the fire?
They're not too close. They're keeping like a good, maybe like a 10-foot radius away from it.
Okay. Presuming because I've got this edge here that's called Arsenal, and I'm presuming we bypassed the whole montage where Jo loaded everything up.
Yeah, we did have a little montage last session of you and Slim arming up. Well, you and trying to arm up everybody else.
That's right. Is it a safe bet to say that Jo might have some sort of, not a full-blown grenade, but some sort of projectile that she could toss, I don't know, maybe into that fire?
Honestly, You're living in the era of Vietnam Army surplus. It would not be out of the question for you to have a frag grenade on your person. I would say this doesn't require an edge test.
Alrighty.
Unfortunately, the danger cannot get any higher, so you must choose despair.
All right.
However, 5 successes, that's enough. You feel familiar weight of a frag grenade clutched in your hand like a baseball. You don't normally resort to grenades, generally speaking, but if ever there was a time...
All those years of softball finally paid off.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me a Dex plus Athletics roll.
There we go. 4 successes.
Pull the pin, wait a second, and then you toss it. You mentioned the bonfire, so I'm given to understand that you're trying to do something with that.
The idea being, Joe saw what happened when these fangs got hit with flame last time, so she's hoping that she can detonate that blast out and take out any of those fangs that are within that 10-foot radius, knowing that Maria's 50 feet away.
I see. So you almost like underhand softball pitch it, not really aiming for any of the fangs. You're aiming for the bonfire.
That's right.
This tiny little shape sails through the air, almost unnoticed, and it lands right at the sandy base to this crackling blaze. Maybe one of the vampires standing near it notices something slap into the dirt near him, looks, sees it gleaming there. Shit! That's all he gets. There's an immediate detonation, and the detonation hits the bundle of sticks and other debris. This essentially, like, what was once merely a bonfire turns into burning shrapnel that spreads out, sending embers everywhere. Confusion, panic, screaming. Everyone is going every which way. Maria, first of all, your ears pop just from the sheer concussive pressure. But you're far away enough that you're not in any immediate danger. But what does happen is that the chanting stops, and suddenly the blood that was draining out of your body suddenly disanimates. It falls to the sand in just a wet streak. And you are still somehow alive, but you feel cold. You feel emptied out. You feel barely in your body.
I think she instinctually, more than anything, tries to push herself up, winces, and rolls onto her side. What do I see?
Absolute pandemonium. With the detonation of the bonfire, this whole area is really only illuminated by what poor saps ended up getting showered with burning embers, and thus are themselves catching fire. You don't know what caused the explosion. You don't know the what or the why or the how of it. You just know that something happened, and it's better than what was happening to you previously.
Huh? Are all of them, including the Reaper and Laszlo, running around?
They were far enough away that they do not seem to be... They're definitely confused, but they don't seem to have been stirred to a frenzy by all of this.
How far away are we from the rock with the marking on it?
About equidistant from where you're being held. So again, maybe like a 50-foot dash.
Damn, that's really far.
You sort of shift around and you notice something that you didn't notice previously because there was nothing there previously. It was just kind of where the rocks gradually shifted upwards into the mesas that give this, this canyon its name. A cave has opened up where there was no cavern previously. A cleft in the just sheer rock face, and it's pitch black. That wasn't there before.
Is it beyond the rock?
It is.
Yeah, I think she just pure instinct bolts for it.
All right, so you are making a dex or stamina plus athletics pool with your full pool, such as it is.
Okay. 3?
You bolt. You stumble drunkenly a bit. Again, the whole world feels like it's underwater. You know, somewhere in the back of your mind, you have lost a lot of blood. And you are basically running off of adrenaline. And you can still feel like your shirt's been torn open at the back. You can feel your own blood soaking into like your belt line. It's bad. But at the moment, you're really not focusing on any of that. You're just running, and at the moment, nobody's really thinking to stop you because everybody's running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Joe, Trinity, you have a moment of chaos. You see your friend taking advantage of that chaos. She's sprinting, but unfortunately, not everybody is that confused. You see, it's your first time seeing the Reaper. It's a monster in the purest sense of the word, and it is loping after Maria.
I'll level a shot right at the back of his head.
Dex plus firearms. Trinity, what are you doing while this is happening? Keep in mind that you are still, as they say, tripping balls.
Yeah, Trinh is... Did the grenade disrupt the, tumor by any chance? And the, fountainhead?
There's so much happening, and you feel like your skull's gonna split open. It did something. You're not sure if it's good or bad, but where everybody else sees that cave mouth, you see that tumor.
I think Trinh is going to start sprinting towards the cave mouth and is trying to figure out any way if she can disrupt it.
That's a crit on a 6 there.
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
You level your trusty shotgun at this thing. It's big, almost over 7 feet tall at least. It's not exactly a hard target. The shot slams into it. Unfortunately, a shotgun is not a very stealthy weapon. The moment you do that, and the moment it's temporarily knocked off course, you give Maria the time she needs to make a break for it, but its gaze levels to where you are, and it rushes you.
Bring it on.
Okay, well, first of all, 2 things. 1, Trinity, can you please give me some kind of dex athletics roll yourself? There's a lot going on, and there may be some complications just running into a field of crazed vampires.
I have a lovely 2 dice for that, which results in 2 successes.
We'll get back to that. Maria, what exactly is your game plan here?
Game plan? This is news to me. But do I make it to the cave?
I'm gonna say give me another dex athletics roll.
3 again.
You find yourself cut off. Almost choke slammed back into the dirt as you realize Laszlo, somewhere in the confusion, he caught up with you and he has taken you to the ground. You can see that his own hands have distended into these bony claws. And he's looking down at you, though not necessarily angrily, but almost with just this coldly confused expression. You really think that way safety lies?
Safe from you, at least. And I think she winces because her back is against the ground now.
It's so surreal because all this is going on, and this guy just seems kind of mildly off-put like he's discovered a rock in his shoe.
So does this mean you're the one who's actually in charge here?
I could be. He looks up, depending on how things go.
You know, like I do, that he was going to get you all killed.
Some fair chance of that, yes.
You could just leave this alone and, I don't know, live to be a cockroach somewhere another night. I don't know what it is you do with your time.
So you're having this conversation. Joe, I need Dex plus Athletics from you.
All right. Did that gunshot wound do anything at all to him?
Oh, it definitely hit him. It's just that he seems to have, his strange fucked up anatomy seems to have some almost like osseous armor plating to it that is absorbing a lot more of the incoming damage than you would like.
I'm gonna use a willpower.
As you choose. Oh, that's not good.
It's not great.
You think for a moment he's swinging at you with this sickle, and you think for a moment as you dodge out of the way, you're safe because there's no way a blade made of bone can cut through solid aluminum of the cover you're using, right? As it turns out, you were wrong. That knife cuts through the old metal facade like tissue paper and scores directly into you. You take 5 points of aggravated damage.
Oh, shit.
It's not merely the shock of getting cut with something that is razor sharp. It's the fact that whatever that implement he's wielding is, it hurts on a level beyond just the purely physical. It cuts you somewhere that shouldn't be able to be cut.
I think Joe is screaming and writhing in pain.
And it's screaming at you. Do you think this changes anything? Do you not think you're just more meat for the mountain? Why can't you understand? I'm doing this for all of us.
Joe can't even respond.
Someone bowls you over. It's hard to tell what's going on because your whole vision is now overlaid with this chaos. You get knocked onto your back and you're staring directly up. And as you do, okay, is that just the drugs or did the Ferris wheel just move?
Oh no.
That's... No. You all watch as suddenly there's a horrible shrieking of rusty metal and snapping supports as, well, Slim did what he set out to do. Like he said, it was a really stupid idea. But this massive framework of a amusement ride is now crashing down on all of you. I need everybody to give me Dex plus Athletics.
What sort of limitations am I going to take?
Joe, you are physically impaired, so you have a -2 penalty to this.
1 success.
I got 3.
Oh, thank God I got 4 as well.
There's a titanic crash. Your whole world is just noise. Despite your injuries, Joe, you manage to roll out of the way as the Reaper glances over his shoulder to see a massive spar of metal just descend down on him like a spear. Blasphemy actually drags you out of the way. But, Trinity, for a moment, your vision went black for a second. And suddenly you find yourself standing up. You just curiously look around. You look down, and why are there flowers around you? There's something dripping into the barren desert soil around you, and where does these star-shaped crimson blossoms are blooming around you. And then you look a little further down to yourself and you see a massive shard of rusted metal sticking out of your abdomen. You also take 5 points aggravated.
That fills up my tracker.
What are the last thoughts that go through Trinity's head as you realize this piece of shrapnel has pierced something that should not be pierced?
I think Trin is weirdly serene with this entire situation. And as she looks out towards the desert, I think she sees her mom and her brother in the distance waving as they get into a car with their suitcases. And I think the last words that she can kind of get out before she collapses and loses consciousness is, Masav, we make good on... And then she's out.
Why are they waving at you from inside of a cave? You don't... That's not... Oh no. And the Datura blossoms around you. Joe, you're hacking, coughing. Like this collapse setting up a huge cloud of dust, and any illumination in the space is now fully gone. You are in, aside from the small bit of moonlight from overhead, everything is in various shades of pitch darkness.
Is the Reaper gone?
You don't know. You can't see shit between the darkness and the dust cloud.
Joe is gonna stay low to the ground and try and head out of the cloud.
You hear a barking. Hawks. Oh god, is he okay?
Hawks? Hawks, where are you, boy?
Barking, and you follow that noise. What's he barking at? And you start to see other shapes moving through the darkness around you, and at first you tense. You try to level your gun at them, but they don't rear up and attack you, they move past you. And you start hearing more snarling, more shouts. You hear somebody yell out, "It's the cam! It's the fucking cam!" Gunshots. Somewhere deep within the dust cloud. Again, it's all a surreal dreamscape for you right now. You suspect probably because you're losing a lot of blood. You think in the midst of all this, you see a broad-shouldered shape move through the dust, regard you for a second, and then move away. Maybe it's just your imagination.
I'll reach a hand out and see if I can just find Hawks in the dark.
Joe! Where are you, girl? You hear Slim's voice.
Joe coughs just a gout of blood. Slim, I'm here.
You hear Hawks barking to one side, and you hear Slim's voice directly to the other.
I'm right here on the ground.
You reach a hand out. Joe, this is important. I need you to give me a wits plus awareness roll. I'm gonna give you an extra die because Hawks is actually trying to warn you.
There we go. 5 successes.
A shape looms out of the darkness, one hand reaching out, but you realize that's not Slim. But it says with Slim's voice, "Found you." You have a split second to do something.
Is there any wood shrapnel near me?
I'm gonna say 5 successes. That bonfire, which was mostly spare plywood, scattered all over. So So there's definitely at least something you can try and reach out and turn into an improvised stake.
Second he goes for me is the second I shove it through him.
Okay, trying to stake someone is a cold shot. So it's -2 dice. You are already at a -2 penalty for being physically impaired, so it'll be a -4 penalty altogether.
On dexterity plus brawl?
Indeed. Dexterity or strength plus brawl. I will say, what is your drive, Joe?
My drive is vengeance. To kill the thing that killed my brother.
This thing might not be the thing that killed your brother, but it is as damn close. So I'm going to let you use desperation on this roll, as it does, I believe, meet the prerequisites of your redemption.
It's 4 successes. That's 2 successes on top.
All right, so that is a total of 6 successes. You did not fall for this creature's ruse. So it's just straight pool versus pool. Son of a bitch. 4 successes. Joe, how do you stake this monster?
I was on the ground. And I heard him coming. And as soon as he came up to attack from the ground, I just countered and shoved a remnant of that rickety Ferris wheel right through the center of his chest. I say, that one's for my brother, you fuck.
You feel the blade of its knife whistle past your cheek, so close from carving your skull in half. It thuds into the ground next to you as you see the enormity of this horrible flayed beast double over as you wedge this improvised spear into its guts, slowly standing up to look it in the eye. I was chosen. And that's all it gets out before it collapses, the paralysis of the wooden stake setting in.
It's at that point that I level a shot right at its neck to cut its fucking head off.
Can't dodge. The difficulty to do this is 1. At this close range with a shotgun, it's either dex or resolve plus firearms, your call.
3 successes.
Point blank with a shotgun to the face, plus 4 damage modifier. And you loaded up on Dragon's Breath.
I sure as fuck did.
You slide this special cartridge into the breech. You fire, and the moment you do, a shower of magnesium sparks leaps from the end of the barrel and directly into this thing's face. You watch as the rest of it, the remnants of that bony armor, its horrible flayed flesh, the strange cloak of skin that had wrapped it around itself now in tatters, all goes up. And it can't even scream. And you step back from the impromptu bonfire.
Who's the Reaper now?
And then the pain sets in as you...
Oh, fuck.
You double over and you realize, oh shit, you are... Your hand comes away from your midsection, and that is a lot of blood.
I tear off a part of my shirt and just like wrap it real tight around my belly.
The dust is settling. You can see a bit better, especially in the light of the now burning Reaper. Did you win? You're looking around, and there are shapes moving through the darkness. They're not people you recognize. They seem to be, for lack of a better term, polishing off these other fangs.
Did I win? Win what?
Oh shit, where's Maria? Where's Trinity? Where's Slim? You don't see any of them.
Hawks? Hawks, where are you?
Hawks. You look for Hawks. First and foremost. You turn around. That's when the shot rings out.
What shot?
See a revolver clutched in the hand of a familiar looking figure. You just stare at Masab for a second. And then you look down. And then you cough and blood runs down your chin.
You son of a bitch.
He looks away from you, and you see the reason why Hawks didn't go to you is because he's holding Hawks by the scruff. And Hawks is whining and shrieking and barking and trying to bite this guy, but he's as immobile as a statue the entire time.
Put him down. Set him on the ground, please.
He relents.
You said we could leave. If we helped you, you said we could leave.
Hawks rushes over to you. He starts laughing at your face. He's just an animal. He might not understand what's going on, but he understands enough to know that you're hurt.
Hey, baby, it's okay. It's okay.
Masav is standing over you. His expression is it just your imagination, or is there a single crimson tear trailing down his craggy face?
We had a deal.
No loose ends. That's what he told me. Like he'd ever get his hands dirty. This shouldn't be how it goes down. This shouldn't. I told you, there are others. They wouldn't go for it. This is where the first bit of emotion splinters that face, and you just see the deep well of regret. I tried. You hear the sounds of more voices. The voices of the people kidnapped that you realize you never had time to save. More shouting, more pleading.
So what be like you?
He kneels down next to you. There's a way out. I can save you, but
what?
Then you'd be like
A
me.
monster?
Yes.
How long have you been alive?
Over 200 years.
God, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it is. It really takes your hand in his, a strangely familiar gesture. Tell me your name.
Josephine.
I'm so sorry, Josephine. I'm so sorry.
Do me a favor, will you?
Nat.
Take Hawks. Take Hawks here. And you deliver him safely to Patience. We aren't meant to live that long. I'd rather be with my brother now.
What are your brother, warrior?
keep this land safe. Safe for them what it belongs to. It's the very least you can do for me.
Oh, dear brother. You don't deserve something better than all this.
I give Hawks a real big hug. You make sure Patience is safe. And you leave her alone. You don't get her mixed up in any more of your shit. She's a good kid. Tell her I'll see her on the other side, okay? Man slides off that big shovel head and into the dirt.
Stars are so beautiful tonight. Wait, why are they... No, something's wrong. Something's wrong. You're dead. You know you're dead, but why? Oh God. There's something else here, Josephine. And that's when its teeth close around you. As the red flowers begin to bloom around your corpse. You did go to your brother. You're here now, with him. You're with him in Corazon. Come and see. Maria, you think you're being dragged somewhere, you're not sure, you have this sense of... Everything went fuzzy for a second there, you're not sure if you blacked out again. You hear noises in the distance.
I think she's crying. Because she heard Joe scream and then the crash. And she doesn't know Patience wasn't there either.
You feel a hand clamp roughly over your mouth as you see Laszlo's, well, not his face so much as his eyes, burning red. If you keep that up, they're going to find us.
She has a hand over her mouth. She can't really do much.
Looks around. There's a few ways this can go. You've shown a remarkable backbone, Maria Winters. You see fangs extend. Tantalizing. And before you can stop him, he bites down.
He goes slack.
What are the last thoughts that go through Maria's head?
I think it's Dana, and Trinh, and then Joe, and then Patience. And I think she can only think sorry.
If only it stopped there. You feel yourself dying, and then you can feel yourself becoming. You can feel yourself metamorphizing. The old Maria Winters, so much snakeskin to be cast aside. What do you think she sees in the moments of the embrace?
I think she feels like she's underwater at first, but it's pulsing red and at first she thinks she's drowning, or is it the mountain doing this? Or... And she has the weird thought that she's stuck in her own flesh. And she claws towards the surface. And when she's come back to consciousness, she has a grip full of those red flowers. Like she just hauled herself out of a red ocean onto a red shore. And there might be something very gory left behind her. Her old self.
Rip your way out of the coal of mortality and back into consciousness as, in a desolate spit of desert in the middle of nowhere, your eyes open up and you see Laszlo Varga, your sire, looking down at you. And the first words you hear after the embrace are, "Beautiful." Patience. You don't remember much. You think you passed out again on the ride to the hospital, but as you slowly begin to open your eyes, well, something's covering the other one, is someone's licking your hand.
The fuck? I must have fallen asleep at Joe's again. Hawks, buddy, gross. Ew.
And you open your eye because you realize half your face is bandaged. Look around groggily, and you're in a hospital bed. And it's nighttime out. Hawks is sitting next to your bed, and with the one hand that's not up in a stretcher, he's licking your fingers.
Where the fuck are we, buddy? Where's Joe? Where's your mom, huh?
He whines a bit and puts his big head on your leg.
I've never been in a hospital before, but in all the sitcoms and stuff, there's always a button, so I'm gonna look for that button to call for a nurse. Maybe they're just in the waiting room. It seems like it's been a while.
Yeah, they wouldn't just leave you in the lurch, right? I mean, you didn't just run away again, right? That's not what happened.
They'd never leave me. I mean, Joe would kill me if I didn't feed and water Hawks and Trinh. I mean, her mom is probably at the store, but I don't know where Maria went. They went and got Maria, right? Picked her up.
You ring little button, some of the nurse, they're just in the waiting room, right? You just need to get them, you just need to let them know that you're awake, that you're okay. And you look down at Hawks, you look down at his big, sad eyes, and this horrible feeling of foreboding just blossoms in your chest.
No. 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 Just in the waiting room. Go get your mom, Hawks. Go.
Hawks doesn't leave. He just... And as you begin to ugly sob, tears starting to soak through the bandages over your other eye, we slowly move out. We see there's a man sitting outside of the hospital room, leaned over heavily in a chair in the corridor, and his face is stone, but if we were to look just a little bit closer under the hands he is clenched, He's clenching it so hard that blood is beginning to well up in the palm and drip onto his pants. There's a flurry of activity as you see two familiar figures. The Whites, Callista practically bulldozing her way through a bunch of nursing staff. Her husband taking it through behind her. And Masab just looks up at them and doesn't say anything, just suddenly stands up, walks away just in time as the two of them barrel into a hospital room where patients lies. A little bit later, if one was outdoors around the periphery of Sacred Mercy, was that a scream or just the howl of a very, very sad coyote? Who knows? But there is something else. Far off and away. Far out into the distance, far out into red rocks, which a strange super bloom has come upon the wreckage left behind. Clusters, star-shaped crimson flowers spreading up from cracks and crevasses. See a single figure picking his way through the wreckage. Still, in some places, hideously burnt. Come on, where is it? Where is it? You see Sebastian scrabbling through the dirt until he eventually finds what he was looking for. A sickle-shaped blade that was lost amidst all the rubble. He looks at it, this almost giddy expression. Low, ugly chuckle starts to resonate deep in his chest. You and me, buddy. We're gonna paint this town red. That's where we're gonna bring Final Girl to an end.